1975 was the 56th season for the National Football League, and for the 5th consecutive season, more than 10 million fans paid their way into arenas from coast to coast. Those fans and countless millions of television viewers witnessed a season of unparalleled color, drama, and excitement. It was perhaps the NFL's most exciting season. It was NFL 75. As the game of pro football became more and more modernized, so did the arenas in which it is played. The Detroit Lions moved into a bubble-domed 80,000-seat playroom called Pontiac Metropolitan Stadium. While in New Orleans, the main topic of conversation was the ninth wonder of the world, the incredible Louisiana Superdome. Or it was the main topic until the end of the season, when Hank Stram was named the new head coach of the Saints. In Philadelphia, the new Eagle coach became youthful Dick Vermeil, fresh from UCLA's Rose Bowl upset of Ohio State. While in San Francisco, the search for a new head coach finally ended in Miami, when Don Shula's assistant head coach, Monty Clark, was persuaded to join the 49ers. Jack Pardee was another new and youthful head coach. His assignment was simply to rebuild the Chicago Bears. While in Green Bay, the new coach of the Packers was greeted as a returning hero, which indeed he was. Bart Starr could not transform the Packers into instant champions, but he did create some new kinds of excitement for the Green Bay faithful. Another former Packer hero, Forrest Gregg, took over the Cleveland Browns and found both frustration and a new 1,000-yard rusher in the sensational Greg Pruitt, number 34. Former Cleveland hero Paul Wiggin became head man in Kansas City, and the Chiefs took on a new look with Mike Livingston installed at quarterback, along with new receivers like rookie tight end Walter White, number 88. In New England, quarterback Steve Grogan and Patriot rookie tight end Russ Francis, number 81, became another new and surprisingly effective passing combination. The Denver Broncos were saddened by the retirement of all-time favorite Floyd Little, but at the same time were encouraged by the new and explosive talent of rookie wide receiver Rick Upchurch, number 80. New Atlanta quarterback Steve Bartkowski was the NFL's top draft choice in 1975. But on this touchdown against the Cincinnati Bengals, Bartkowski injured his elbow and was forced to sit out 1 month of the season. Bartkowski returned for the final month, led the Falcons to several impressive victories, and won for himself consensus recognition as Rookie of the Year. San Diego coach Tommy Prothro had almost a whole roster full of new faces. But unfortunately for Charger fans, the results on the field were depressingly familiar. Surprisingly, the same was true in New York City, where Joe Namath had a relatively injury-free season. But the Jets still finished in last place in their division and in conference passing statistics. The Jets had 2 head coaches during 1975, and both were fired. Bill Arnsparger survived as head coach of the other New York team, mainly because his Giants improved somewhat, and occasionally even played very well. In upstate New York, Buffalo's Joe Ferguson handed the ball to number 32 329 times. And even the world's best defense couldn't lay a finger on Mr. Orenthal James Simpson. OJ did not rush for 2,000 yards in 75, but he did rush for more than 1,800, or about 600 more than anyone else in pro football. OJ also led the league in scoring with 138 points, the most ever by a non-kicker. And his 23 touchdowns broke the record set by Gale Sayers just 10 years earlier. OJ was also at times a devastating receiver. This pass and run pulled out a game against the Jets. Jim Brown, Gale Sayers, Hugh McElhaney, Lenny Moore. It's hard to imagine anyone better than the Juice. With OJ, the Bills scored 420 points in 1975, the most in the NFL. But they gave up 355 and finished 2 games out of first. A bitter disappointment for Coach Lou Saban and the Bills. Up in Viking country, wily old Minnesota again won the NFC's Central Division, and their defense was about as stingy as ever. But Coach Bud Grant had another reason to smile in 75. Quarterback Fran Tarkenton had his best season ever as he led the NFC in passing and broke the all-time career records of John Unitas for most completions and most touchdown passes. Fran Tarkenton, as always, threw to a variety of receivers, but his favorite was number 44, Chuck Foreman, who led the NFL in receiving and set a new record for running backs with 73 receptions. With men like this to help him, Fran Tarkenton was a consensus choice as the league's most valuable player. Los Angeles coach Chuck Knox also had many reasons to smile in 75 as his rambunctious Rams rolled over the NFC's Western Division by the almost unbelievable margin of 7 full games. Don Coryell's St. Louis Cardinals had a somewhat tougher time in the NFC East, but they still managed to surprise most of the experts by winning the division title for the second straight season. Number 21, Terry Metcalf, scored in every way possible for an offensive player and set a new NFL season record with 2,462 yards of total offense. Quarterback Jim Hart used Terry Metcalf to the best possible advantage. Against the challenging Dallas Cowboys, Metcalf's spectacular end zone reception helped to clinch the division title for the Cardiac Cardinals. But their dream ended in the playoffs when the Los Angeles Rams, led by number 16, young Ron Jaworski, outscored St. Louis 35-23. For George Allen's Washington Redskins, it was a year of almost total frustration. Billy Kilmer did get the ball to Charlie Taylor often enough for Taylor to break the all-time career record for pass receptions. And the Redskins even had a candidate for Rookie of the Year in Mike Thomas, number 22. But their season was perhaps best summed up by one weird play in St. Louis. Dallas was the other team the Redskins had to beat to make the playoffs, and it was a typical Cowboy-Redskin grudge match which made the difference. Billy Kilmer bore the full brunt of the famed Dallas Doomsday defense, and for fighting Billy and the Redskins, the season ended before the playoffs for the first time in 5 years. At the start of the season, Dallas coach Tom Landry was given very little chance to do much because his Cowboys were supposedly at the beginning of a rebuilding program. But almost before anyone realized what was happening, number 12, Roger Staubach, had become the center of one of the most fascinatingly intricate offensive systems ever devised by any coach, rebuilding or otherwise. NFC Coach of the Year Tom Landry and quarterback Roger Staubach faced the ultimate challenge in the playoffs at Minnesota. With only seconds remaining and trailing 14-10, Staubach twice fired the Landry shotgun to his favorite clutch receiver and one of the game's best, Drew Pearson, number 88. The following week in Los Angeles, number 26, another Pearson, this time a former free agent named Preston, helped to shock the Rams in one of the season's greatest performances. Roger Staubach threw 4 touchdown passes, 3 of them to Preston Pearson, as the wild card Cowboys crushed the Rams to win the NFC title 37-7. At 48 years of age in 1975, Oakland's George Blanda became pro football's first 2,000-point scorer. But as usual, the big story for the Raiders was their explosive offense. Ken Stabler and wide receiver Cliff Branch led the Raiders to the championship of the AFC West for the 8th time in 9 years. But Coach John Madden's silver and black machine was once again stopped short of the world title. This time, Oakland's dream of glory died in a snowy AFC championship and only 15 yards from the Pittsburgh Steeler goal line. In 1975, the Houston Oilers blossomed into a contender under new head coach O.A. Bum Phillips. 5'9" Billy Hummingbird Johnson was the team's spark plug, and he tied a league record by returning 4 kicks for touchdown. Quarterback Dan Pastorini also looked for number 84 in clutch situations. Billy Johnson, despite his size, is the kind of player every team would like to have, and the Oilers became the kind of team most coaches would like to have. Houston lost only 4 games in 1975, but 2 of them were squeakers won by the Cincinnati Bengals, the team that beat them out of a wild card spot by just 1 game. If any one game can be pointed out as the one which made the Oilers a winner, it would have to be the one against Don Shula's always tough Miami Dolphins. Until they hit Houston, the Dolphins had won 7 straight and appeared to be playoff bound for the 6th straight year. And then the following week, on this innocent-looking play, quarterback Bob Greasy was lost for the season. No less than half the starters from Miami's Super Bowl teams were now gone. Norm Boulage, number 31, and the human bowling ball, Don Nottingham, number 36, replaced Larry Zonka at fullback, and between them actually outgained and outscored their more famous predecessor. The Miami Dolphins, despite a roster filled with brand new no-names, still won 10 games, and this has to be a tribute to one of the greatest coaches of all time. But even Don Shula couldn't quite prevent the hottest football story of the year. The new Baltimore Colts were directed by rookie head coach Ted Marchibroda and a third-year rifle from Louisiana named Burt Jones. Burt Jones' primary offensive weapon was number 26, Lydell Mitchell, who became the first 1,000-yard rusher in the history of the Baltimore Colts. The moment of truth for Baltimore came in sudden death against Miami. A Chesapeake Bay fog rolled over Memorial Stadium and imparted even more drama to one of the NFL's most memorable games. Ted Marchibroda's Baltimore Colts became the first team in 6 years to beat the Dolphins out of the AFC Eastern title. In Paul Brown's final season as a head coach, he and quarterback Ken Anderson led the Cincinnati Bengals to 11 victories and a wild card spot in the playoffs. Ken Anderson, in fact, became only the third player in history to lead the NFL in passing for 2 successive seasons. And he did it by throwing short and long to backs, tight ends, wide receivers, and especially to Isaac Curtis, number 85. The passing game got the Bengals into the playoffs, but once there, they were outpassed and finally eliminated by the Oakland Raiders 31-28. The AFC Central Division was the NFL's toughest in 1975, but so strong were the defending world champion Pittsburgh Steelers that they did not lose a single game within the division. For a team which was already the league's strongest, Coach Chuck Noll developed a new formula for success. The 12 was, of course, quarterback Terry Bradshaw, while the rest of the equation depended upon a 5-foot 10-inch second-year receiver from Southern California by the name of Lynn Swann. Lynn Swann caught 49 passes during the 1975 regular season. Many of them were acrobatic delicacies, and 11 of them were for touchdowns. With more superheroes than they could use at one time, the Pittsburgh Steelers battled past Baltimore and Oakland in the playoffs and returned to the Super Bowl. Playing in the Super Bowl is the dream of every football player. To win the Super Bowl is the ultimate triumph. To be your team's most valuable player in the Super Bowl, that's too much even to dream about.